Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the third episode in our series, Divine Messages, A Journey Through the Qur'an. Let's take a look at our message tonight and see what inspiration we can derive from it. A group of the Prophet's companions, may Allah be pleased with them, were sitting in the masjid with him when he said, "A man from among the people of paradise will enter upon you." Now imagine you're sitting with the Prophet, peace be upon him, and he says something like this. Of course, it's going to pique your interest, so they all focused on the entrance to the masjid, waiting to see who this amazing person will be. And lo and behold, a normal appearing man entered. No one really recognized who he was. His face was dripping water, his arms dripping water. He had just made wudu, and he walked in and started praying. The next day, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said the same thing. "A man from the people of paradise will enter upon you," and the same man came in. And the third day, the same thing, and the same man walked in. Now, one of the companions was interested to find out, what's so special about this man? He looked like a regular man. Nothing appeared strange about him. Nothing appeared special about him that would make him, from his perspective, qualified to be the people of paradise. Why would the Prophet, peace be upon him, say, "This is a man from among the people of paradise"? So he said to himself, how can I convince this guy to tell me his secret? So he went up to him and he said, "I had a little disagreement with my father. Would you mind hosting me for a couple of nights until things cool down at home?" And the man welcomed him. So he went to his home and he spent 3 days and nights with him. And he monitored him very closely to try and see what was so special. What is it that this guy did that made him unique, that would qualify him to get the praise of the Prophet, peace be upon him? And in narrating this story, the man says, "I didn't see anything special about him. There was no extra prayers, no extra charity, no voluntary fasting. He didn't pray at night. Nothing special. He's just a normal guy who went to work, came home, prayed his required prayers, and went to sleep at night." He did remark that the guy only spoke good words. He didn't speak anything evil about anyone else. So when the 3 days and 3 nights that he'd agreed to stay with the man in his home were up, his companion was disappointed that he didn't really figure out the secret sauce. And he's about to leave, and he said, "Okay, I'm going to tell him." So he went up to him and he said, "Look, I really didn't have a disagreement with my father, but I heard the Prophet, peace be upon him, for 3 consecutive days saying that someone from the people of paradise is going to walk in, and you're the guy who walked in 3 days in a row. And I figured there has to be something special about you. And I came to try and figure out what it is, but I didn't see anything special. Tell me, what's your secret?" And the man looked at him and he was kind of puzzled and he said, "I don't know. What you saw is what I do. That, I have a pretty routine life and there's nothing special. I didn't hide anything because you were staying with me. I just did what I normally do." So the companion was disappointed and he's about to leave. And then the man called him back and he said, "There's only one thing I can think of, that whenever I go to sleep at night, I make sure that my heart is pure and clean and I have no ill feelings towards anyone." And the companion looked at him and said, "That's it. That's the secret that most of us are not able to achieve." Our words, our tongues, and the feelings in our hearts which they reflect, these are very powerful, sometimes more powerful than physical blows and strikes. It's no wonder then that Allah draws for us an amazing analogy in the Qur'an to drive home the point when He says, "Do you not see how Allah compares a good word to a good tree? Its root is firm and its branches reach the sky." And then He compares the evil word, on the other hand, conjuring up a completely different image when He says, "And the parable of an evil word is that of an evil tree, uprooted from the earth, having no stability." It's precisely because of this reason that the Prophet, peace be upon him, instructed us to be very careful in choosing our words. He said, whoever believes in Allah and the hereafter, let him speak good or remain silent. How many opportunities do we miss out on in life because of a poor choice of words? What about marriages that dissolve because of mutual insults and disrespect? How about friendships that end due to backbiting? Family members who become estranged because of mistreatment? Communities that remain divided because of racial innuendos? As the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, a true believer is not involved in taunting, cursing, abusing, or any other indecency. Our words and their impact can be everlasting, not only on others, but also on our eternal destiny. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, truly a man utters words to which he attaches no importance, meaning, things that are insignificant, they have no value. And because of them, he falls into hellfire. And truly a man utters words to which he attaches no importance, and because of them, Allah raises him into paradise. Words not only make or break our relationships with one another, words can make or break our relationships with Allah. As the Prophet, peace be upon him, warned, will people be tossed into hellfire face first except because of what their tongues have wrought? A very dangerous fate indeed. Our divine message today inspires us to choose our words carefully, to resist the urge to respond to insult with insult, to rise above the fray of day-to-day arguments and conflicts, to avoid ruining our good deeds by words that we take for granted, to be exemplary models of those who repel evil with good as encouraged by Allah. Today's divine message, قول معروف ومغفرة خير من صدقة يتبعها أذى. Kind words and forgiveness are better than charity followed by injury.